All right, welcome to Math 1740, Introduction to Stats Fall Semester. My name is Luke Larson. I will be your instructor for this course. So this is like the intro video to kind of walk you through kind of how to be successful and how the course is laid out. So first I'm going to go up into materials up here where you'll find most of the stuff in content. All right, I'm going to shrink me up a little bit. You don't need to see me. There we go. All right. So I'll start with getting started. This first one right here. Started. So just a little intro here about the course and what we're going to be learning, and then quick links to meet your instructor, which would be me, the syllabus, the schedule, and then week one content. You got quick links here, but of course you can find all those things in content. So let's go back there. So here's Meet the Instructor. You can click there if you want to learn more about me for whatever reason. Then we have the syllabus and the course schedule. I'm going to go to the syllabus. The course schedule is also in the very end of the syllabus. So we're going to click on the syllabus. We're going to go through kind of the highlights of that. So here's my contacts. This phone number is a Google number, so feel free to text that. And then my email there, virtual office hours. So if you want to get a hold of me and for virtual office hours, shoot me an email and we'll kind of arrange a time and that it would work. In-person help and online help is also available through the tutoring center. So they always have tutors there that can help you with statistics. You don't need to set up an appointment if you're going to do it in person. It's in room 3125, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 6, and Friday, 9 to 3, 9:30 to 3. So you just stop by and there'll be someone there that can help you with stats. Otherwise, I got a link right here if you want to set up an online appointment for any time, like outside my virtual hours. You can go there and set up an appointment, and a person who can help you with stats can meet with you there as well. People who utilize the tutoring center usually are pretty successful in the course. So just again, a bunch of topics that we're going to cover while here. We need to get the textbook. So if you've taken a math class here before, you kind of understand that you need to log in for the first time through Red Shelf, and then that'll get you a code, and then you can log into D2L. And so I've got kind of steps on how to do it. So you go to the Red Shelf, click Digital Red Shelf, courseware, you click on that, it gives you a code. You take that code, go back into My Lab, log in, and use that code to get logged into the course. If you're having issues getting logged in, here's some requirements that you need to be able to use D2L. And if you're still having issues logging in, you can reach out to me, but typically I can't help with that end of things. So here is a way to click and get some more help for my lab and getting logged in. Grading, 20% is the problem sets, 30% is quizzes, 50% are the tests. The tests can consist of 3 midterms and 1 final. Some things to note for problem sets. Problems can be tried 5 times and then they kind of get locked. So like if you're getting to that point, that probably means you probably should be reaching out for help. The quizzes can be taken twice. So you can take it once, and then if you don't like your score, you can take it one more time. And then we've got the midterm and the final. They can be taken once, and there's a 3-hour time limit, which should be plenty of time as long as you are comfortable with the material. So the time part isn't supposed to be an obstruction. Like that's 3 hours should be plenty. Grading scale there. And then here's the course schedule. So here's week one. Week one, we're doing 2 chapters, chapters 1 and chapter 2. Chapter 1, people kind of get overwhelmed with chapter 1. It's kind of like an overview. So you kind of learn kind of what we're going to be covering in the book. So kind of hang in there, get through chapter 1, get the overview of kind of what we're going to be learning. Chapter 2 has to do a lot with graphs and such. And then we'll be doing our homework. It says just chapter 1. It's chapter 1 and 2. So there'll be 2 sets of homework and 2 quizzes. It says it right here. Chapter 1 homework and chapter 2 homework. Chapter 1 and chapter 2 quizzes. And things are always due the following Monday. So these things will be due on 9/30, which is next Monday, as long as you're listening to this video in the first week. And then week 2, although it starts on the 29th on a Sunday, they always open up the Friday before. So this week on Friday, week one will still be available. You can still work on week one through the weekend and into Monday. But if you're done, you can kind of start working ahead on Friday. So week two stuff will open up and week on Friday. And of course, it's going to be open all that next week and then do the following Monday. And then week three opens up on Friday of week two. So the new material always opens up a few days early on Friday. And then the current material you can always kind of work on through the next week because I understand kind of things pop up. So it kind of gives you a little bit of flexibility, kind of control the pace of the course. But you can kind of look kind of chapter 3, midterm chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, kind of pacing all the way down to the end, which is Thursday, December 19th by midnight is when the final has to be done. And I'll probably pop up with another video around that week to kind of remind you of that. There is a practice final as well, which you can take as many times as you want. It doesn't affect your grades. You can kind of work on that final week until you feel ready and then take the final exam. So that is the syllabus, kind of the important things there. Let's go back to content. So after all this stuff, so here's the red shelf where you click there to get your code. Then you copy that code, you go into MyLab, log in there, use that code to enter the course. If you need help, I got kind of a little help tab here. And so again, here's ways to contact me. Otherwise, sorry, down here, you can contact me for my virtual hours. Otherwise, the academic support, I got the times there where you can go in person. Again, you don't need to have any type of an appointment or anything. And then here's their online link to set up an appointment if you want online help. Go back to the contents. All right. And then after all that stuff, then it's just the week folders, right? All the way down. If you try to click on a folder early, it may, like the links inside may not be activated. They don't get activated until the Friday before the week. So the only thing that's activated right now is week one, and then Friday of this week, week two will activate. You can start doing stuff in there. I'm going to click on it to kind of see. So each week folder has these same 3 things in it: description and activities, PowerPoints, and additional resources. And for week one, I'll go through it so you can kind of see what's in it, and then just understand that each week is pretty much the same. So here's a description. We're covering weeks 1 and week 2. And it gives the due date, so 9/20, which is this coming Monday at 11:59. And you should read the chapters from the textbook, the digital textbook from Pearson. View the week 1 PowerPoint. So that's in that other folder that we saw outside of this one. And it's got PowerPoints from the textbook. So it's kind of like a condensed textbook, like, just like the cliff notes of the textbook is what the PowerPoint is. Additional resources are some videos, both about the topics that you're learning in the chapter, and then also some videos on how to use StatCrunch. So as you're going through these, not so much in chapter 1, maybe a little bit in chapter 2, but starting really in chapter 3 where you're doing calculations, you should let StatCrunch kind of do a lot of the work for you. And so if you're doing something that involves calculation, and look in my videos to find the thing, or just find the thing on YouTube on how to use StatCrunch to do it, because you have StatCrunch available to you during the problem sets, during the quizzes, during the midterms and the final. So when you're working on a problem, there'll be like a little thing, click this to go to StatCrunch, and you'll open up StatCrunch and you can do the problem there for your calculation. So it's like a calculator specifically for stats and using data sets. And then we have links here to all the different stuff. So link here for the problem set for chapter 1, link here for the quiz for chapter 1, link here for the problem set for chapter 2, and quiz chapter 2. So that's kind of what each week kind of looks like. So besides these links, if you go to your MyLab and log in here. If you've used MyLab before, it's kind of the same deal. It will show you all the assignments and quizzes that you're currently able to do. So you can either click on here to do it, or in the week folder, there's the link to the things for that week. So you kind of have an option there. So I think that's all that I have. Reach out if you have any questions. Thank you very much.